Where are you from?
I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Here. Yeah.
So, like in the center of the city, or what part of the city?
I was born at Northside Hospital, but I've stayed literally on every part of Atlanta, like Buckhead, Old National, Riverdale, staying in Decatur right now. Stayed off MLK, so I'm real Atlanta. Done stayed in every part downtown. So, yeah.
What was your early life like in Atlanta?
Early elementary. It wasn't that well. I don't think until I turned 8. Then we moved up to from Old National, Riverdale to Buckhead. So I had a culture shock, kind of. A lot of Hispanic, a lot of white people. Had to learn how to code switch for real, but it was cool. I like the exposure. Then I had to move back towards Cascade and just MLK, stay there and seeing it get gentrified. Well, both places, because Buckhead wasn't always outlook. So, yeah.
And so, why did you move around so much?
At first, it was more about financial situation. My mom was too far from her jobs, and then my parents got a divorce. So there was that. So one stayed on one side of town, one stayed on the other side of town, and then they started gentrifying Buckhead, and my parents want to stay closer together, even though they were separate, just for the convenience of it's going back and forth. But yeah, basically, still kind of like that to this day.
Okay. Does anyone else in your immediate family make music?
Most of my family makes music. My dad actually is an engineer, producer, and songwriter, rapper. My mom's a songwriter, singer, so they actually was in a band together.
Oh, snap.
And did music a lot. So I just grew up around engineering and songwriting and just being completely musical.
Do you mind saying who your father is, or?
Blue, BLU. I don't know. He kind of has his own label. It's pretty small, but he knows people in the industry, and that's a blessing too. Just meeting all these different people, growing up, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. And
your mother, what does she do? Who is she? And then she works in music?
She doesn't work in music anymore. When they did, she used to sing in their group called The Movement. And she did songwriting for them a lot of times. Really good songwriting. Okay. Really trained me and my sisters how to harmonize and just singing around the house and just making sure we're in pitch all the time. So.
Oh, so you've been on this?
I've been on this.
This has been a thing.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Hold on. So, give me a story from when you were practicing when you were younger. Something that you remember. Just warm ups. Yeah. Anything you remember from those times.
So me and my sister, when we were younger, my dad actually put us in instrument classes. So I played piano since I was 8, and my sister played guitar, and we were just singing together. And honestly, that shit carried until we decided to be older and actually take it seriously. We were actually referred to Chloe and Hallie quite a bit growing up. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wait, so what's your sister's name?
Her name is Noah. She goes by Noah's Voice, and she's actually dropping a single October 15th, and I'm dropping a single October 31st.
Wait, did she perform at that concert that I saw you at?
Yes, she performed with me.
I think I know you.
Blonde girl.
I believe I know who you're talking about.
Yep, R&B record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, that's wild. Okay, so at what point did you say that you want to start a solo music career, outside of your parents' tutelage and your sister being right there? At what point did you say you want to strike out on your own?
I was in a girl group called Cascade Road. And it was my sister and then my best friend at the time. And my sister, because she was doing music seriously a lot growing up. I wasn't really like, hey, I want to be in front of the camera. I did a lot of background singing for her at first. She didn't want to do music anymore. And the group kind of just like fell apart. My best friend like moved to Savannah State because she would go to school out there. And I was just the only one. I was like, no, I really want to do this. Like, I really want to do this. And I just like never stopped. Like, I haven't just been connecting with people on the scene, trying to perform and just drop as much music as I can. But yeah, like I'm talking about rehearsals, late night sessions. I'm an engineer, so you know, just a lot of just practicing, trying to like perfect my sound without the group and making sure I'm solid in myself. But yeah.
Okay. So you're not in Cascade Sound now. You're performing independently. Like, what's been the most memorable moment of your independent career so far?
I shot a music video, and I feel like for me, because we did that in girl groups, and I do a lot of my own choreography, and I put the stuff together. Me completing like my full-on vision and what I had for myself and the lyrics and stuff, just having a whole project that I'm like, oh my God, it's like fully complete. I felt like that was my biggest accomplishment, far as like being like all around creative, as far as like directing my music video and finding out what locations. And yeah, I feel like that was probably one of my biggest accomplishments, which is coming out. It's coming out October 31st. So you guys get to see in full entirety my sound and my thought process and visuals as well.
So what is your experience been like as a woman in the music business?
It's hard. I feel like we tend to get super overly sexualized, like even with like making connections with other people, which is mostly guys because it's a predominant masculine industry. I don't know. I also feel like a lot of women aren't really being completely individual just because of what's mainstream and like what's the sound is and what's kind of already the standard. I feel like a lot of women are like scared to go against the grain a bit and feel like they have to conform, but I don't care.
How did you come up with the name Mumblebee?
Okay, so Mumblebee came about. It was actually me and my cousin who really inspired me to be like a solo artist and to like take my sound seriously. We were working in the studio and I got into the booth and I didn't have any words. I often like to work when I make like my songs. I like to hum everything out. And he was like, you kind of sound like a bee, but you're mumbling. And we both looked at each other and was like, Mumblebee. Like, and I didn't have a name. Like we were trying to find like a solo name for me for like a couple months. And we were like, whoa, that's pretty hard. And I just kind of like went with it, really. Like it just kind of stuck. Like I still work like that. I will have like every harmonies and like have the whole composition made out just from me humming. Then I'm like, okay, let me just add some words. And sometimes I can write a whole song, but normally I like to get the vibe out. So that's how Mumblebee came about.
Do you feel that you could commercialize your art? Or is it one of those things where it's so sacred that like you want to make what you want to make? Or can you just make music strictly for the public?
I think I can do both. I don't see why not. I feel like whatever people make, somebody's gonna like it. Like it shouldn't just be like, oh, this group of people or this group of people. And maybe I do want to do stuff like that. I like being outside of the box. Like I do. I go to school at Georgia State and practice classical music over there. Like, you know, sing opera. And that's just the audience that people like. But it doesn't mean like I can't do that or can't dabble into pop, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a leaf kind of from the from the underground scene. I'm taking a leaf from like the underground scene and want to be more like pop, hyper pop. Trying to get more into the mainstream type of vibe, but I feel like pop is whatever majority likes. It's popular music, like, you know. But yeah, I do what I want and hopes that people like that, and somebody will. But yeah, I like to think like that.
So you're singing orchestra now, like classical music?
Yeah, I'm a music tech major at Georgia State University. In my junior year, I'll be a senior next semester. And throughout my time, I had to, my instrument of choice is voice. So I had to learn how to sing classically. Yeah. So classically sing.
Can you sing something?
I have to stand up because you're not really supposed to sit down to do it, and I'm not warmed up, but I will sing something.
All right, you can stand? Yeah. Or
I can stand?
You can stand or you can sit. Hold
I'm
on.
going to stand up.
Let's see if we're in camera. Hold on. Oh, this is good. This is my first.
Let me know when you're ready.
Let me back this thing up. Oh, it's backed up already. All right, go ahead.
Non mi dir che io sono ingrato, non mi dir che io sono ingrato, infelice e spenserato, quest'anno ce li fa. And that's me not warmed up, so if you heard me crack.
Oh, that's crazy.
Whew, jeez.
Okay.
Damn, that was really loud. I like the acoustics in here.
Acoustics going crazy. Wait, so why pop over the classical?
I feel like when school makes you do something, you don't really want to do it. Like, you know, say you got a book to read for your language arts class, and you're really not feeling a book, so you just like banned all books. Like, it's kind of like that for me. I like classical music, and I'm trying to find a way to like incorporate it to my sound, like the technique into that. I am a little terrified that I will sound like too much like Chloe and Halle, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna figure out a way to incorporate both. I feel like during my life sets, that would probably be like the best time to do it. And like I said, I'm not really like limiting myself when it comes to my sound. Like, I'm still always trying to figure it out. Like, there's so many different versions of me in different times. So I'm not just like, no, I'm never gonna do classical, but I definitely know how to do it. Don't think I don't know how to sing. I know how to sing, okay?
For real? Wow. Wait, are you the older sister or the younger?
I'm the oldest, so I'm breaking a lot of generational curses, and hopefully, well, no, I am. I'm doing a lot of what my parents wanted to do and couldn't. Like, I know they wanted to be big, and I know like what type of plans they had, and I just want it, quite honestly. But I'm gonna get it done. I'll be the first one, like, in my immediate family to graduate from college, and I'm gonna make that happen. So my sisters don't have an excuse. Like, everybody should be great after me, literally.
Facts.
Yeah.
And so, what's your ultimate like goal with the music?
I want to be the greatest independent artist of all time, if I can do that, without a label. And I see a lot of people do it, but I want to be as great as Michael. I want to be as great as Aaliyah. Shit, Beyonce now. Like, you know, in this new era that we're having right now. But I want a legacy, and I don't know how it's gonna get done, but I'm gonna get it done, and that's all that matters. Like, it's gonna get done.
All right. Can you talk a little bit about like your fashion sense? Like, what inspires your style?
Ooh, that was a long time coming. Okay, you just gotta go outside and thrift and figure it out, because college budgets, you gotta figure it out. I'm really into the Y2K aesthetic. Like even growing up as a kid, did a lot of crumping and just liked the streetwear. Like I said, Aaliyah's pretty dope. Love Beyonce stuff, Janae Aiko stuff. I think I have different parts of me during different times, because sometimes I can be super mystic, like, you know, and then you'll see that. I mean, I got locks, you know. But to make it mainstream and make it not just a spiritual thing, you know, be cool. But I don't know, I'm into street. I feel like I can be a tomboy at times. But like, I like to say tomboy with a lot of color, so like girly tomboy. I don't know, I like my jeans and I like boyish wear, but I want it bright and pretty. So like, I don't know.
Wait, so what inspired the green hair?
Green? Green's my favorite color, love.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
Emerald, like green, love green. I've actually had like every color except for purple. So there's that. I just feel like colors bring on different moods. And I feel like every hairstyle and every color that I rock makes me feel more pretty, because I'm very versatile. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And you can't say anything, you can't say it doesn't look good. And that was my goal. So, green, as of right now. It was supposed to be black, but it's fading back into the green. So, yeah.
If you could choose one artist to collab with, living or dead, who would you collab with?
It has to be one.
All right, 2, 3.
Bro, I got to work with Beyonce before she dies.
Bags.
Like, I have to do it because I feel like there's just a certain drive that's there. I wish if Lauryn Hill was still doing more, it would be like either between her and Erica. Janae, I have to do it in Rihanna. I don't care. And a guy, it would be Frank Ocean or Miguel.
Oh,
any day.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, like they're like really cool vocally. Shit, Kendrick Lamar is about to retire or is retiring, so I don't know how much luck I would get out of that, but
Everybody says they're gonna retire.
yeah, and then never does, right? Like, I'm just hoping like I just get one before he's like officially done, before he started doing reruns or something. Any of them, by the way. But yeah, I don't know.
So if you can give advice to a young person who aspires to do what you do, what would you say to them?
What I tell my sister is like, because like I said, I'm the oldest out of like four, and she's just trying to get onto the scene. It's like, you kind of have to go outside and really not be fazed by being different, because everybody's trying to be different, but like, how different are you? Don't try and like conform yourself because you see what your peers are doing. But also don't like dismiss your peers because they're also trying to come up with you. You never know when you're gonna need them like later. Like, they're all a part of the same journey as you, so just be very open-minded and patient. It's just not gonna happen overnight. It's just dead. I don't care who tells you that, but that shit does not happen like that. So be patient with yourself and just the timing. It's divine timing. If it happened, it'll happen for you.